It's Dirty Burger 11 here. Well, I'm going to do a video on things that I like and, well, dislike about Craftsman mowers. As we all know, and as what a lot of people have had, is this style year of Craftsman mower. Craftsman. Well, they're pieces of shit. I don't think I've ever seen a Craftsman mower without the front headlight broken off it. I think I broke that 2 months after we got it. And well, there's a lot of things about this mower I do not like. The older mower, like that Roper and this style, had really good, smarter ideas. Well, the main one, which I always thought was stupid, Roper and the older mowers had their key switch here. Like this panel would have been straight down, the key switch would have been here, you turn it here. Okay. But no, Craftsman decided, let's make this stupid idea. Let's have the key like this, okay? Okay, well it's raining right now, you can't tell. So this rain is going in down beside the key switch, causing moisture to get in between all the little connections. When you turn the key, it turns the power, and then the ignition. Well, if you leave your lawnmower inside or outside, I leave mine outside, usually in that little lean-to shed and that. Water or snow gets down beside the key and seizes it. This is not the original switch. The original switch, I got on the thing. It's going to start her up. And then you just go, itchy. Yeah, I broke it right off. So I had to gear this piece of shit up. Gear another one up. Then this one here is all seized. Now I have this thing dangling here. You know, it's going to catch. But this one here is a really good switch, and I kind of don't want it to just sit here, because I could be turning, the wheels could be turning, and then it gets caught and break. And then there's a couple other things, like these lids. As you can see, I broke. And these battery boxes are made a slight size smaller than the actual battery itself, meaning it fits in here extremely tight on the sides. So when you pull the battery out, it pulls this whole box out, and then it pulls the end of your wires, which has happened here. Well, as you can tell right here, the wire has been broke off before. Well, this one here hasn't been. I took the negative wire, I put on new one time. That's another thing. They could have made the box a little bit bigger than the battery so it's not fitting so tight. And then, well, I got a flat tire, and that's another, oh, Jesus Christ. And then another thing, well, this motor, I've had a lot of trouble with it. There's a little screw, it's inside the carburetor, it's on the flap, so when you like push your throttle in, it opens the flap wider, more gas dumps in, then it goes quicker. Well, that screw decided to come loose, go up inside the intake, go up inside down in the intake valve into the cylinder. Then it caught the piston, and then it ran every time the piston went in and out the cylinder, that screw was hitting and hitting and hitting. It put about 400 little tiny dents on the top of the piston, which is good, but not good. And then it got jammed up in between the exhaust valve and the seat. Well, that caused it to go wide open, the engine, and then it seized. Well, you know, when you're driving along and you're trying to get your lawn done, and the bugs are eating the hell out of you, and then it seizes on you, that's when you start getting upset and start kicking things. So, what I had to do, take the whole freaking carburetor apart, and then I realized the flap was loose, the screw was missing. I had to take the intake off, and then I had to take the head off, and then I seen the screw just beat down to a little nothing, jammed up in between the exhaust valve. Well, I had to beat that off, and I looked at the piston, and realized there's about 100 little tiny holes in it. Well, that's going to be compression I'm going to be losing, but who cares? So anyways, that's another thing about this motor. And then this rubber is deteriorated to hell from sun. See, these hoods don't come down all the way, so sun gets in here, deteriorates this rubber. This comes off, that's why there's oil splashing all out of here. So it's burning oil, that's why it smokes so bad. And then there's oil being sloshed off. I should get this geared up again, but you know, it's a lot of work, and I don't really want to do anything. And then these decks. The adjusters are pieces of garbage. The adjusters on the Roper, you couldn't have thought of a smarter idea. Simple as hell, but no, they come up with these things, and it's kind of hard to tell. These rods, there's a rod right here, it's kind of hard to tell. if this rod wears off, and as you can tell, it is wore to hell. If the rod wears, that means your adjustment is already done and you can't raise it anymore. So this one, the mower is up as high as it will go, and it's staying where it's going to go because it's seized. Why didn't they just keep it that other old original version with the 2 nuts? So then you tighten the nut up, you lift in the front, you lift in the back. But no, Frank Craftsman decides to make these stupid ideas. It's just upsetting, you know. The older mowers, they're harder to get because most of them just get trashed. Buy a new mower, junk it, but they should have been kept if you think about it. So there's so many other reasons too. The wiring, okay, they run the wire from this starter's right here. They run a wire all the way on this side of the body, all the way back, and then it comes out the back. Why didn't they just have the battery right here under that plate? Make it so that plate's out, because that long of a ignition wire for your battery takes longer. If it was closer, it would have better quick up and start, especially if you're trying to get it going with a low battery. But nope, they had come up with some stupid design. Well, I'll show a little bit of the go-kart since I'm doing something about that piece of shit. And here's another piece of shit. Been having a lot of trouble with it lately. Main things with my friggin' throttle cable. I've had two throttle cables on since last time. My throttle cable now is just coming off the carburetor, tied in a little knot right there. So then when I'm holding on my seat, I go like this. It used to be on my pedal, but of course my pedal, you can kind of see the wires right here. When I kept pushing this down to give it gas, it would just break. And when you're going someplace and then it breaks, it's just upsetting. And you know, that's what upset me. And well, after about 3 cables, you just have to gear up something stupid like that with a knot and hope for the best. It'll last a little while, and then I'll have to gear the pedal back up so it's funner. I also did some more, oh yeah, the seat. That was the major improvement. That tractor seat vibrated your ass so friggin' bad and just shook your whole body that this seat here is 10 times better. I got it back so I can rest it. My back isn't friggin' into that plastic ridge, which is the stupidest idea. And that tank is so friggin' small. It's like two trips over to the farm, and then it's pretty well empty, but it is good on gas. But the tank's so small, it's not really helping me out in any situation. And I did some front end steering adjustments because I put it together so quickly that I didn't tighten most of the stuff. I just kind of wanted to get it going, and then I ended up, fucking up by not getting everything together. Well, here's my lean-to off my main camp. Got some bikes in there, and then that's the other building, and then this one's my other lean-to. I had a building on the other side, but I came down here one time and got really upset and started smashing with a hammer and threw all the boards over there, and I don't really want to talk about that. And then this is the inside of my camp. I got a lot of bicycles, and I got an old tricycle. A lot of old banana bikes. I'm into that kind of stuff. Those are the high sissy bars. Those are really rare and nice to have. I got another one up there. I got a brand spanking new old stock one. In the back, that's the long style. There's the roper mower. There's the roper seat in the mower for that thing when I get that together. So hopefully that motor seizes, so I can take that transmission out, take it all apart, weld it, pause it, put it back together, put in that mower, gear up a smaller pulley, turn that one into a racing mudding, and have this one just as the cart. Have that just as a parts body, and start having some fun doing some other videos, because my main cart in mud is pretty well useless, and well, it's really hard because I have nobody else to film me. That's why it's so difficult. I'm thinking about buying one of them tripod things, but Jesus Christ, I don't want to have to do all that. So I don't know what I'll be doing. I got some more ideas for some videos, but I don't know. We'll see what's going on. So anyways, I'm out.